Hello traders, welcome to today's video. As always, let's go over the Bitcoin price action, and we'll also take a look at a couple of alts today, Ethereum and Luna in particular, and anything else that I may just randomly find as we're going along. Please do hit that like button, hit subscribe, and yeah, let's get into the price action. So I want to start with this, okay? The good old El Barto pattern played out last night. Good old Bart. We haven't had that for a while. You come up, you chop around for a little bit, and straight back down. So Bitcoin basically proving that it does not like to be within this region, like at all. Okay, what happened last time we were here? Straight down. What happened the time before when we came up? Straight up. What happened if you go over a little bit more here? Straight down. What happens if you go over here? Straight up. It really does not like this region one bit. So this is why, I mean, it's obvious, right? You lose the lower the range. It did not have the SFP of the lows. You had the VWAP coming down on it heavily, and of course you get continuation. So we're going to go a little bit more over this. Of course, this was at like 2 a.m. last night, but I am in a short from the daily level, and I was very happy with that short. There were 5 opportunities that I spotted yesterday to get into a really quite simple, easy short position. So there's not really any reason why you shouldn't have taken those. Again, if you had been planning to take a long here, from what I've seen, there was, again, not really any reason. You did have very briefly, if you're looking at the low time frames, I mean the 5-minute time frame did have that, whoops. The 5-minute time frame did have like a little bit of a wick as it tried to hold this level, but then what happened? You're immediately held by VWAP. There is another trade going on at this point, and it's that wins. So what I'm going to start with today is just to go over those 5 opportunities in order to get the short. So the first being, this was part of the plan yesterday, the daily level. Okay, so this daily level not being a major swing high or swing low, but it is those internal dailies that have not been back tested. And we have seen many occasions recently where that has ended as the ultimate rejection on this. So let me go onto the daily here, and we can see if we're coming all the way back from... Oh, where do we start this? I mean, here's the last time. Okay, so you have one of these internal daily levels, this being a level that has not been back tested on the charts. What happens? Price comes in, taps it, and then you get a huge move to the downside. It happened again over here on this day where you didn't quite make it up to your swing high. You just came into this daily level and then got the rejection, and we just see this continuing. So they are really important levels to be aware of, and that being this daily level here from the 4th of March was significant. Of course, what else did we have within that region? It was our golden pocket. Okay, so as if you didn't have enough confidence already, that was our golden pocket. It was also our weekly level, very important weekly level that we do have on the chart from here. So plenty of reasons to be taking the short yesterday. And what was my main plan? Was for this to continue on with a bit of a range. I did think we'd probably find a slight range going into today, where there's obviously news events that we need to be aware of, and there's a bunch of other things that are happening today. But ultimately, yeah, as soon as you get that close below, 30-minute candle below, you're back inside the single prints here. It flushes all the way back down to, where was it? The previous daily open. So this is where we opened yesterday, all the way up and all the way back down. And where has it bounced? So this is now where I am long at the moment. So I'm in the short, and I have taken a long from this daily level, and I am looking for, I guess, a reclaim of this daily in order to start coming back up towards kind of these levels, that 40,500 kind of region. But we'll have a little bit more of a look at that in just a minute. But yeah, I went off on a bit of a tangent there. This is where you had the opportunities to get into a short position yesterday. So it's actually very, very easy. And a lot of this was, we were talking about this during the trading room. Of course, I lost my internet connection. But then when I did do the live stream later on in the evening, we had some really nice opportunities. 3 after about like 10 p.m. at night, 3 opportunities to get short for this move. So we'll start off with the main one. Okay, there's the daily level. That's first opportunity to get in. You have the rejection, which changes market structure. Okay, so you have this uptrend that's coming on, and then you change your market structure. You come back into your golden pocket region. 2, that is the second opportunity to take a short position. So after you had changed your market structure, you then come back into your golden pocket. You also have the SFP of the highs. So actually that's 3. So you hit the daily level, you have the SFP of that. You actually have the weekly level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, opportunities to get short. What happens? Market structure continues, then you come back into your golden pocket region, 5. Then of course you come down and then you hit the range point of control, the upper range point of control. Now this was the 2 confluence that we were looking at during the live stream yesterday as get short, okay, because at the very least we're probably going to come down here. I was not looking for, at this point when you're forming like a rounded top like this, it's incredibly unlikely that you're just going to go, oh yeah, cool, we're going to break through that without actually getting any liquidity from lower. So where was the liquidity? It was below these lows and below these lows. So you could very easily have got into a short position, take profit 1, take profit 2, see what happens with the rest. And that's exactly what I had done. So I did have those 2 take profit levels on there, and what happens? Price just flushes through. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and finally 7 being the VWAP open drive strategy that we do trade within the crew. So what do you get on your daily open? You have a quick move to the upside, take the liquidity there. You then come back down, taking out your daily open, and then at that point, as soon as you come back in and hit your daily open, so actually 2 opportunities here that this did have. This gives you 2 opportunities for the daily open VWAP open drive strategy. Either A, being from here with your invalidation up at the highs, or secondly, being here with your invalidation still being up at the highs. And what could you have done? You could have traded that all the way down to where we are currently, which is all the way down here. Let's have a look at the risk to reward on this one. You could have gotten out of this a trade of around 20R on this, so 19.07, and actually where the stop loss is, you're up to 20.5 on that. So yesterday we had, or the previous day we had a 40R on this trade. Today we've had a 20R on this trade, and again just coming into very clear support. So amazing trading, very, very technical right now. And if you do understand these strategies and these concepts, points of control, your fibs, your VWAPs, the fact that you're not going to go higher until you find liquidity, and if you don't find liquidity and there's a big void below, you're going to come all the way down through it. So that is what we've done. So yeah, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3 on this short, all completed. I am holding that short in case we go lower. For me, I made this mistake yesterday, so although we did have that 40R trade yesterday, I did close that too early. I see no reason to close this trade unless VWAP is reclaimed and we start to form an uptrend. So I'm still holding that short position, and I see no reason to close that just yet. However, I am long from the daily. Okay, and actually was scaling in just before, so around this kind of region down here. We also have an hourly order block and like a little 4-hour OB down here, so there is this whole region, but the daily level being the main level. And then basically you also have this is this 4-hour close with a little bit of the OB here. So this being almost on your 4-hour chart, the start of your fair value gap, or whatever you like to call it. Okay, so this region here being where I have now taken a long, and ideally for this, looking for a reclaim of the daily level, then looking back up towards VWAP, and then we can see what happens from there. If we do go higher, let's have a look at this. Let's clean up some of these levels on the chart. We don't really need that point of control anymore. It's very clear. And if we do go from high to low, where is our resistance coming in? It is right down here where we now have, once again, this being key resistance, because that should have been where you had that SFP, and also just the start of your single prints. Let's go on to the 30-minute time frame. You get the start of your single prints around here, within this golden pocket. Then if we do just add on a few more levels, your 382 above VWAP. So you've got little regions here. You've got these little 30-minute order blocks. You've got 41 to 50 kind of region. I don't think we're going to come up there. If we do head up all the way up here and we reclaim this, then I would be incredibly bullish at that point. If we go Bart that way, I think at that point you're looking at a breakout. I don't see that as being particularly likely though. So what I'm looking at the moment, let's see if it can reclaim the daily level, come into VWAP, probably would look for another short position from that, and we'll see how it goes after that. I am going to be live streaming at around 2 p.m. with Jason Casper today, so we will be covering some of the price action for the New York Open. Do expect volatility. There's a ton of news events and all that kind of stuff coming out today, so that will be interesting. But overall, that is the positions that I'm currently in, and that is the plan so far for the day. The other two things I wanted to mention were Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum, of course, this is no longer the daily open, this is the daily. But this is what I'm looking at on ETH. So I have also taken a long on Ethereum, basically being from, okay, this range that we are currently in. Let's see if I can bring that back a little bit. We have just run it back below the POC, and I'm looking at this as basically, okay, you've had this downtrend, you've changed market structure, you're coming back in to test for support. So again, 4-hour block plus previous daily open. So you do have this daily level here. We do have to be aware there is another daily down here that is untested at 2,490. But for me, again, this being a decent opportunity for a long position. And again, if it can reclaim this monthly level, it seems to just be chopping around here, this being a nice little SR level. You can see it attempted to bounce, once again got caught within the point of control in the golden pocket there before moving down with Bitcoin. I am looking at this as a trade, something along the lines of, and for this, Bitcoin has to get some strength, like real strength, up towards your daily level and your golden pocket region, which is basically where Bitcoin got to yesterday. I'll take the VWAP off of this chart so you can see this. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at the moment. I'm obviously going to be taking profit very, very quickly because most of this is just going to do what Bitcoin's doing. And if we do come lower, then of course there is another opportunity lower down for this. So I don't really want to be caught if we do take another move to the downside here. It's a tight stop. And I'll be taking profit on this when I take profit on the Bitcoin trade as well. So yeah, that's on Ethereum. And the other thing is the short position on Luna. So this is the third one I did want to do, is the short on Luna. Okay, so this was taken. Let's move this across here. Okay, what happened yesterday on this? And actually, that's kind of interesting that you've come into this point of control and the block below. So again, very, very much exactly what we were talking about during the live stream last night. So I had taken the short position, and this is from, so you can see here, I've got this box. I'll remove that. You've got resistance, resistance, resistance. You've got this little half-hour OB on here, little 30-minute OB. Break up, takes out the high, so takes out its all-time high into its one-to-one extension and its 1.272 fib expansion. If we do go from here to here, your 1.272 and your break of all-time high before an immediate swing failure pattern. So you can go all the way onto the 30-minute chart. You can see there was not a single close above. If I just remove these lines, let's just hide these, hide this. There is your previous all-time high, not a close above there. You come down, you've got your point of control at this point. Okay, point of control is support and your 30-minute order block as support. I did not take the short on this last night, but it was what I was looking for. And what did we do today? Okay, nice and easy. You lose your point of control. You downtrend, you have your downtrend, you're breaking market structure. So uptrend, 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 you break through. What happens? 30-minute OB, what we were looking at as support to try and get into a short around the golden pocket region here. So this was initially the plan, was to go here into here, into around this kind of region. Probably not even that high, to be honest. I would have been looking for shorts around $101. But it broke through because obviously Bitcoin broke through. And then what do? You come back in, test that order block and straight down again. So I am looking for continuation on this further down. I will have my take profits below, obviously this low here. So if we do zoom in a little bit more on this, you can see we're currently just chopping around this little range, but there's the opportunity to get in. And what I would like to see now is just for this to roll over and take out these lows. And then you start to form a bit more of a range here. Now with Luna, it's a very similar situation with Bitcoin, is that you wouldn't want to really get caught below here, because then you're going right down towards the yearly level. And ultimately that is my target for this. That is where I would like to see Luna go. And if I'm going to take a long position on Luna, I would like to see it come back down to its yearly level and to this local golden pocket between your low and your high here. So I did draw on the chart yesterday. Are these still saved? Path. Is it there? Why is it not there? Oh man, that's disappointing. This one? Oh, there we go. Cool. So this was ultimately the plan for Luna, was to break down, which is done, come back in, test the order block, which it has done. So again, all planned initially on the stream, come back in, test the order block, take the short position down to these lows. And where is that? Where am I doing this? This was drawn yesterday, and it's crazy. Like, the levels are working really nicely. You have your order block down here. You come down, you chop around, and then eventually to come down to $85, in which case I would be looking for a long to take things up to higher prices. And then I'm looking for around $115, which is your next one-to-one. So just continuing on with the trend that it has done. So that being the plan for Luna, we'll see how it plays out. I have my alerts set down there. I am in a short position. See how it goes. I'm going to wrap things up. So this is 16 minutes of me rambling on about trades I have taken. And yeah, I'll end things there. But thank you very much for watching. Of course, like and subscribe. Go over to tauruscrypto.com, where you can join our free Discord by clicking the little smiley face Discord man up at the top or scrolling down here. And you'll see, whoops, went past it. Free Discord community, you can connect to it there. Of course, if you do want to trade with us on the Bybit exchange, you can get 10% off all of your fees, which is going to be handy when the new fee structure comes in. So do check that out as well if you would like to make the most of that. Anything else to go over? Well, that's bright. Crypto fear and greed index down at 28. Funding rates are negative, so this is why I kind of don't mind holding a long position here, and this is why this daily level I'm certainly not super bearish right now. I do think eventually, 55% confidence that we do resolve to the upside from this range that we're currently in. Because of everything we're seeing going on the higher time frames, I do think that's slightly more likely. Of course, I am still aware of downside. I'm aware of 27k, I'm aware of 23k, blah, 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 all of that kind of stuff. But funding rate's negative again, which is nice to see. We have had that open interest drop off, so yesterday this was also a big concern, where we came up to the highs and open interest was just going insane, like increasing. We've wiped through all of that open interest once again here, come back down, resolve this back testing of support, and let's see if it can start to curve its way back up here. So overall, not bearish, certainly not bearish, but holding a short position in case anything else in case anything else happens, I guess. So yeah, expecting volatility today. It should be a fun day. Anything else on here? I don't think so. Yeah, that'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on a stream around the New York Open with Jason Casper on his channel, and I will be around in the crew chat and everything. Bye.